Welcome to the Dishy Dads, the podcast where culinary creativity meets captivating conversations. Stay tuned for delicious recipes, juicy stories, and inspiring guests. All served up just for you.
Episode 6.
Episode 6. Talking about your hairy back, mate, before we started. Do you want to share that with people, mate?
So do I.
I feel like you should share people about your bath stories.
Yeah, I think Billy Connolly did a sketch, didn't he? He goes, why does hair start falling out your head at some point and then relocate to a different part of your body? And that, for me, was my shoulders, mate.
So was you shaving your back? I'm just trying to get a visual.
So I got like a pair of clippers and like a reflective shower, and I was like, and I went, I just carried on going.
Have you got this line going down your back?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's like a maze. Going around my back. So I might have to get the wife to finish me off.
I don't think she will, mate.
I say, wife, can you finish me off? I'm not in a mood.
Yeah,
I'm back.
So yeah. Oh, I've heard this before.
Yeah. Welcome back to the podcast, Gary. Jay and Gary.
How's your week been, mate?
It's been all right.
Has it?
It's been an eventful week. Yeah, we've had it work-wise, quiet weekdays, busy weekend. Mm-hmm. We had the hot weather last week, didn't we? It's Wednesday, Thursday was sunny, so it's kind of a rule in Winchester: if it's sunny for a period of time,
take your pants off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You have to wear Speedos to work, and I went, am I the only one?
Why is the S falling off?
Yeah, so a branded carby pants. The rule of thumb is if it's sunny, you just quiet for the first couple of days until everyone gets used to being outside and then back in. But then it was Friday. Weather was rubbish again, and then back being busy. Yes, yeah. No, yeah. What about you? Nice.
Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah, I had quite a good week last week. Nice and busy. A few meetings.
Yeah.
Had some quiet family time on the Sunday.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. Had a little date night on Saturday. We don't get many of them, as you can imagine, especially on a Saturday night. Theo didn't have a football match for Saints.
Blimey, early.
His first one's this Sunday.
Okay.
Swansea away. So we've got to go to Swansea on Sunday.
Was that 4 hours?
Yeah.
4 hour drive?
He goes up with Saints and the coach and comes back with them. But it's his first game, so naturally you're going to want to watch, right?
You're going to have to go and watch, yeah. Yeah.
And they said, oh yeah, that's one of our furthest away games of the season. You couldn't even write it, mate. Literally the first game is the longest trip.
Game 1.
So yeah. But we thought, look, got the weekend off, which is rare.
Yep.
No dinner parties this week. Look, I told you I like to once a month or something, just it's nice just to
get some time off.
Just get some time off, because it's all good grafting, but got a family and all that, so it's brilliant, mate. So yeah, me and the wife had a date night Saturday, went out for some lovely Spanish tapas.
Saw that.
In a beautiful place called La Regata.
Is that in Southampton?
Yeah, so in Southampton, right opposite Red Funnel Ferries, next to Ennio's. Beautiful, some nice Italian restaurant. But beautiful tapas in there. It's very authentic, very nice, very beautiful. Staff are amazing. Really good value for money. You know, especially in the way we are now, the economy.
Yeah.
But you're sort of £6 to £9 for a dish.
Oh, okay. So you'd have to sit down and take some deep breaths and glass of water.
Yeah, honestly, I really recommend if you're just going out with your partner or whatever. Like, I think we spent, she had a large glass of Savion. I had a beer. I think we had 6 tapas dishes, and I think it was £60.
That's good. That's good these days.
£30 each.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like years ago, that's that was an absolute like. But no, look, it was really nice, mate. We've done that, and then we went to the cinema.
Would you see like a manly film or something?
Yeah. Bridget Jones's Diary. So yeah.
Was it good though?
Have you seen the Bridget Jones?
I've seen the first 2.
So this is how, obviously it's for the wife more than anything. That's fine, no problem. I've seen the first 2. Quite comical, quite funny. I thought, you know what? It'll be a bit of a laugh. What I didn't realise was one of the guys died in the last one, and it started with her Bridget Jones being single.
Right.
And he's dead now, obviously.
Yeah.
And the whole point is, she ends up with a guy at the end. So it's a nice ending, but I ain't gonna laugh. And there was the odd little laugh.
Okay.
But it was more awful. I felt it was more down than up, personally. I was like, why'd you bring us out to see this for? She's there crying. What do you mean? It's lovely. And I'm like, it's not real. No, I'm joking.
It's beautiful.
No,
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, but no,
That's,
but
that's like me watching Mamma Mia on a Sunday, but on my own with cider, weeping at the end. Piers Brosnan's a good-looking man, isn't he?
well, I would. So I was.
I was thinking, he's like he's out of all the James Bond. He looks most Bond-like, I think, doesn't he? Just veering off on a massive tangent.
Did you actually cry at the end?
It's just I
just say it how it is, mate. We're all friends here.
Yeah, I did. Well, only a single
one individual single tear.
As I held it.
What am I?
As I held it in.
What am I? Sandwich.
Yeah. But I've got a weird taste in music. I love ABBA. I love the 70s disco vibe.
ABBA's got some great
tunes.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah. I watched that end scene in Mamma Mia, and like all the actors are kind of like, I feel like they're holding back a bit.
Yeah.
But Piers Brosnan, he's like going for it. He's like chucking in the moves, and I was going, he's like proper involved.
You must have said you was in your pants or something, like swinging around a bit.
Yeah.
Rumor has it. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but you were really getting into apparently you were getting into the routines quite hard.
The silk and leotard was probably too far, man.
Apparently you had a testy hanging out from one side.
Hanging low. Yeah.
Sounds
so good
delightful,
weekend,
mate. So I've seen Bridget Jones, and you've been crying some Mamma Mia on your own with a bottle of cider.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
for me, that's what I'd call a
successful weekend.
And in touch with your emotions, mate.
Well, it's important, isn't it? I was watching that Gareth Southgate thing, and he was talking about like men like crying and talking to each other. It was actually it was a game changer. I mean, I'm not a football fan like you, but watching him talk about how he sandwiched a speech between two penalties. He said that 96 penalty when he missed, and he said like he had his like lifetime hero go in. It started really funny. I can't like articulate it, but he goes basically. They said, if it comes to penalties, you'll be the sixth person up, whatever. So he's going, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be done in 5.
Yeah, done in 5. Yeah. So he goes, then it's like 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-3. Then he goes that 30-yard walk up to the spot was like the longest thing, and he's like,
they say that, don't they? Apparently, it's real.
And he goes, his lifetime hero basically goes, "You ready? You good for this?" And he's like, you can't say no. I don't want to do it.
I think some players have already lost. They've already missed a penalty before they've even. I've heard this from players, from professionals. They say with that mentality, you've sort of. I can't remember which goalkeeper player said that. They were already walking down. They're already saying, "I'm going to miss this."
Yeah.
And they said when they were just about to take the penalty, the goal looked small. Yeah. Looked smaller than it was. Like it's obviously, I can't score. And he's obviously smashed it and he's blazed it over the bar. But
it's got to be.
I can't remember who that was, but just shows you if you don't go down there with that level of like.
That's what he said. He said on that walk, he goes, "I'd already missed." He goes, "It's not going to go in." He goes, "My legs were jelly." He goes, let alone trying to aim for a certain part of the goal and actually kick the ball. He goes, my brain was aside. But then he
it's not for everyone, mate.
Yeah, so he's basically launched off his speech from that and handling that, and then taking that into life skills and where he is now. Up until the penalty where England had never won a penalty, and hadn't won in 15 years, and this was it. But highly recommended, man. It was a good speech.
What's it called?
It's Richard Dinwoodie's speeches on BBC iPlayer.
Okay.
So they do like one speech a year, and I think there's a 48th speech. Oh, wow. So they've had like Clinton's done it, King Charles has done it.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah, my neighbours recommended it to me, and it's more about male mental health and male.
Yeah,
the role of men.
Gareth Southgate started at Saints, Southampton. I think he got let go, didn't he, when he was 16?
16, yeah. He describes a letter on the
Does he?
program. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Because I don't think he was good enough. I don't know if he had the mentality or the toughness. What?
Yeah, I think it's just a weakness, and then Crystal Palace
signed him,
and then the coach said you're not strong enough to.
Oh, they said that as well. Yeah,
but then he described tough love was a way forward to actually get in the direction he needed to go in. So it was a tough love that kind of made him who he was. But he said that quote that I sent you yesterday, saying there's more teenage boys with mobile phones than there are with dads.
Yeah,
it's just a massive. I kind of watched. I watched the speech and I thought,
when you said that,
it takes you back, doesn't it?
It does. It sort of knocks you for 6 a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm one of them. No, but you're right. But from what I've seen with obviously with Theo and Saints, I can already, and these kids are they're 11, and I can already understand what he's saying, because you can see how strict and tough it is, and they're kids.
Yeah.
You think, God, they're 11, and this is how it is.
That photograph, he looked knackered as well, didn't it? He looked proper.
Got told off for that. Got told off for that. That was my bad.
Naughty.
My bad, Southampton. So
Yeah.
I am, as any proud parent or guardian would do, put a photo up of Theo sweating after a session, and he was absolutely, that was his first one. That's why I done it. It was his first training session. That was his first week last week.
Yeah.
He had 3 sessions. He come off that first one. He's a goalkeeper as well, so should be the.
That was my next question.
I'll tell you what, it's incredible the work they do. So they have you doing goalkeeping training, and they have you then back with the team doing outfield stuff.
Okay,
it's important for a keeper to be able to use your feet, keep fit, keep sharp.
Yeah,
makes sense what they're saying, but he was shattered.
Yeah, he looked shattered.
So I just put a proud picture up, sort of like, first session over, shattered but incredible. Don't know who found out.
The authorities?
No, I don't know. Seriously, I don't even know where it come from. But
yeah, you do that. I did.
Pull to one side. Can't do that, mate. Safeguarding. But I was like, I get it. I sort of do get it. But if it's your own kid, so your own.
Yeah. There were other.
I didn't put a team photo up or nothing. Just him, as you saw.
Yeah.
But look, you just got respect.
Yeah.
So no more. I will respect that, and obviously it's just for memories. If he doesn't make it, you just want something to look back on later and go, "Oh, I was in Saints, or I had trials for Saints, and here's some photos." Imagine having nothing to look back on.
It's hard now.
I've got one photo from when I was at Saints.
Yeah.
One. Might send you it.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll do. We'll put it up. It was me and the manager at the time. Obviously, the manager was the manager at Saints at the time. Yeah, and God, don't know when my mum's taking me to get my hair cut them days, mate. It's like Dumb and Dumber, like the bowl, almost like a bowl shape.
I think they did it themselves, didn't they? That photograph I was talking about last week at school, my mum was cutting my hair to about the age of 13, so it's just the cheapest thing to do. Money wasn't abundant, was it? So like, cheaper to do it yourself.
Yeah, truthfully, I don't know. I can't even remember if she done it or it was just a shit haircut. It was just, to be fair, the haircut's quite long. It wasn't even a haircut. Like, I mean, it was just grown. Like, I just think it needed sorting out.
Yeah,
but I've got one photo. And obviously, back in the day, there weren't cameras on phones and stuff.
Yeah, it's like.
So all I'm trying to do is I was just trying to. We're all, as a family, collective family, just trying to make memories for him, and you can look back on that and be proud. Or if he does make it, he's got the photos to go. Well, this is me on my first. You know. Yeah. But like
the World Cup
club kicked all of our asses. Yeah, we all got in trouble. So.
Yeah, I did. When my kids started swimming at swimming lessons, I did the same thing, and
you can't start taking pictures of people's kids swimming, mate.
That's true. Yeah.
You just clicked on. Yeah.
It
was not the right thing to do.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Put your camera away, son.
And that's not your kid. Sorry.
Which one's yours?
Yeah. Oh, he's not here today. He's not very well, so I just want to come down and
support him. Show my face.
This is what everyone was doing today, son.
Yeah. Film the lesson.
Yeah. But no. Look, I understand. I understand. Right. Do you know what? Looking back, probably was a little bit of a stupid move, but I just don't think you think at the time. I'm sure every parent gets excited on the first.
He's proud, aren't you?
Yeah, and that was the first. By the way, that was the first training session.
Yeah,
but so no more. So
talking of kids, have you seen that local school in Eastleigh's been pulled through the ringer for cancelling Easter? It's a tough, strange new world, isn't it?
Oh.
So if you haven't seen it or heard of it, basically one of the head teachers of an Eastleigh school in Southampton has basically sent a letter or email out to parents saying we are cancelling Easter to be more diverse, which is a bit like me saying, as a bold man, I'm going to get a haircut, or a vegan saying I had steak last night.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, it's not inclusion if there's
exclusion.
An exclusion. So I'm just struggling to understand
the mentality,
because I do try not to like rush into an erratic rant. You know, you got to like try and look at things and just take a few minutes to process it and see the reasoning.
Take a step back.
There ain't any though, mate. I don't. So, did you go ahead and look at the rest of the schools?
Yeah, so I ended up on Saturday night on GB News, and they did the reporting for us. They went
lovely.
They went they went hammer and tong. And I think a little bit unfairly they actually named the school, which I think actually puts the kids at a little bit of
and the teacher had done it,
and the teacher did it at risk, because I think you can mention it and say the school without actually naming the school. So now today they've had police outside to divert any trouble coming in.
But she's had to put that up, the head teacher. Surely she's reading that going,
yeah. Well,
maybe she was sitting there with a glass of wine going, this is gonna.
Maybe a lot of the parents said just run it through AI. And say, is this going to offend anyone? And then they're just going to chuck out any a bit of editing for you.
That could have been worded a lot better.
Yeah. So apparently the real reason is they didn't have enough teachers or at the school to take the kids to the church who wanted to go to the church, and the kids that don't need to go to the church who've got different religious beliefs to stay at the school. So that's the way it should have been worded, and that's the. But she's worded it in a way where basically she basically states in the email, we are cancelling Easter to be a more diverse school, and it's like
and then
parents went to town. So yeah, I'd imagine a letter like that should have gone through the governors of the school first. So
I thought that'd have been like a generic one done high up that's been looked at by a few people. Then it's like, okay, guys, this is it.
Yeah.
Not just Sarah, Thursday night when you're at home, Friday night even when you're
bung an email out.
When you're at home having your glass of wine from the mad week, can you just knock a quick letter up? Like,
yeah. I mean, there's people in America making YouTube videos about this and everything. So it's gone global. Yeah, I mean, proper global. Yeah, GB. So GB News looked at this. I mean, this is one of the main problems. She's a new headmistress at school. GB News looked at the website and looked at the events coming up.
Yeah, so
Festival Lights, Ramadan.
So that's all on there.
Every other religion's on there, but except
this is it, isn't it? That's all it is.
Yeah,
that is literally all it is, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's always been quite a churchy school. I mean, I believe like this is a church like right next door. So
church, we're
church
country, Christian country, aren't we?
Yeah. Church values, Christian values.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we're saying it's like not inclusion if there's an exclusion. So, like you say, it's one or all or none.
Yeah,
is it? Surely, it's like.
I mean, I'm really for every child learning about every religion.
Oh, for sure, absolutely, absolutely.
It's really important. It's fascinating how different religions have different prophets.
And obviously, me and you've been lucky to work in some other countries, and you know what? I always loved slipping into their ways. As silly as that sounds, like when I first went to Spain and they said about siestas and stuff, I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
And then I found out it was real, and I took it quite seriously. So I was like, go for that then. But I just wanted to get into that way of life and to just understand how others live. And I found it all brilliant, fascinating.
It's the enjoyment of traveling, isn't it? It's going somewhere, seeing their culture, seeing their beliefs.
So I guess that's the only thing for me is just like people that live here all come here and then they don't want to sort of abide by the rules.
Yeah.
Imagine going to Dubai and trying to lay down what you like and don't like. You're going to be straight on a plane back, aren't you?
Yeah.
They wouldn't take that rubbish.
It's not locked up.
I think Australia are quite strict, aren't they?
Australia crude, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not in a rude way, is it? They're just doing things.
Well, 10 years ago, I can't remember it word for word, but it's probably worth looking up online. The Prime Minister about 10 or 15 years ago, basically, he did a speech basically saying, we're a Christian country, we welcome all communities and all people.
Absolutely.
Please respect our beliefs. And if you don't respect our beliefs, then probably best leave.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you not always think of like, say for me, when things happen in the world, I always think of like, what's the end goal? So with everything going on and say all the immigrants coming in and being let in and filling up hotels and old whatever spaces, giving away, why? My head always goes, what's the reasoning? Why are they doing that?
Yeah.
Like, why so many? And why are we giving them everything?
Have you seen the American theory on this?
No, go on.
Basically, the Democrats are basically shipping in voters. So they're basically literally, they had an app and they were flying voters into states that weren't democratic. And saying, if we give you a home, a wage, who are you going to support when it comes to voting? And that was one of the fears in the last election that they were doing that. There were so many immigrants coming into America that the actual the Democratic vote would never sway towards Republic again because it's flooded by people almost being paid to be Democrats. But I don't know how that would affect it. I don't know if England.
I don't think too much. Do you know what? I just know that it doesn't matter who's in charge of this country, mate. Everyone's a puppet on a string, and no one's going to do anything for the people. Yeah. Look at all the stuff Keir Starmer said prior to getting in charge. Yeah. Lower this, do this, less taxes, less energy bills, blah, everything. And then as soon as he's in charge, he's gone, up it. He's literally just, he's gone the other way on everything. He's literally lied. I know they all lie, but obviously because everything gets filmed nowadays, you can find this online. You can actually see all the stuff he's saying, I'll do, and then
I mean, probably my algorithm on TikTok is like heavily swayed by what I watch, but so many videos of like Labour candidates saying we're going to do this, and then like now they're in power doing completely the opposite. It's almost illegal. Going, we won't touch it. Council tax will not rise by 1%, 10%. Like it's like flipping up. So it's that's a shock. It's a shocking. I'd say it's almost illegal. The amount to lie that
we
much,
can't look after our own people, as we all know.
Yeah,
homeless, forces, etc. How's all of, and we've got no money. Remember, no money for the NHS, etc. And all of a sudden, 5 billion for a war. Like, we just found it in the sofa. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. Like, what it is look, we've got money, but it's
where it's being allocated. Yeah,
we've got money. Of course we have. We just tell you there isn't. But then if we want to fund a war, we've got this. Just can't believe it. Just found a quick 5 billion.
Got this sofa.
And you know, I've got no issues with paying taxes and doing your bit for the country, as you should. But it's just what they're doing with the money without our consent, isn't it? It's just like, cheers, Jay. We're just going to send this over to here, or start a war here, or give it to this people. Or it's never nothing good, is it?
I think it was Michael Heseltine years ago. Basically, was astounded that he thought that the public should have an opinion on these things. His opinion was that we basically vote intelligent people in to make those decisions for us. We should make. I remember the speech went down like a lead balloon. I was like, "Ooh, that'd be great if that was the case." But but I mean, Rachel Reeves on TV this weekend basically going, "We've had to like do this to like find this money for like defence," and they went, "You haven't found it. You've just taken it off like gift aid to poor countries. So now people are like starving to death, so we can like defend our own country."
Literally, starving to death. People that have done all the hard work, the graft or whatever, and oh, you wouldn't believe it. There's no money for your eating, sorry, but we are just going to send that money and home. God knows how many thousands.
Do you think she's got a whiteboard in her office going, when it's like now it's like the economy is downturning, right? Old people, right, taking them, right? Disabled people. Yeah, okay, they're next. I mean, who's
next? Yeah,
who's
maybe
next?
They've just got dartboard and they're just going right.
Yeah. Kids next, maybe. I don't know.
Fucking
child labour.
It's disgusting, mate. Isn't it? It's just the whole world was. I remember my granddad before he died years ago, probably 10 years ago.
Yeah,
and obviously he fought in the war and stuff. Just said he feels like he's done all that hard work, like they all have.
We didn't fight for this.
Yeah. And it just shows you, mate. You're just fighting for what they it's what they want, isn't it? So you're not.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's a joke. This whole world's a joke.
Yeah, it does make you wonder, doesn't it?
But in lighter news, we're opening a cookery school.
I know, it's going crazy. It's going nuts, isn't it?
So look, we talked about it. We've announced it. We're opening a cookery school. You and I.
Yep.
And Dan, he's a part of it, isn't he? I guess he's part of A school. We are
he's doing a coffee school on the other end of the building. So
yeah. So is that coffee training or latte art training? So Dan, by the way, for you people, incredible guy, amazing guy, 6 times UK latte champion.
Latte art champion. Yeah.
He is incredible.
Smashed it.
So is the school about art training, or is it about roasting, brewing, serve it? Like, is it the whole process of?
I'm no expert, but I know they're not doing Nescafe, so I'm disappointed. So if you want a Nescafe, you have to come down to the cookery school, and we'll stir it in. But no, I think it's across the board. So I've been like gazing down at some of the folders they're doing. They've got like where does coffee originate? How got to get
lovely. Love that.
What's a speciality coffee bean compared to a Costa and Starbucks coffee bean, which is like
shit.
Worlds apart. Yeah. So yeah.
Can I say
that? So liable. Okay.
That's all right. No, I like it.
Your personal opinion is you don't like it. I don't personally.
In my opinion.
Allegedly is a golden word.
Yeah. Opinion.
Yeah, personal opinion. But no, I mean, I had a Starbucks coffee once, and I took a sip, and I went. It was so burnt. It was.
There's only 3 places I really enjoy coffee.
From allegedly my opinion of what I thought. I took it back, so I can't drink. That's disgusting. He went, just thrown a bin there, mate. I went, thanks to great customer service. Lovely. Thank you.
There's quite a lot of places that got mediocre coffee, but there's only 3 places that I really like their coffee. Carvey being one of them.
Yeah.
And Edison's, but I know it just looks like, because we're friends and all that, but
to get a good coffee.
Yeah.
Yes, I think they go through the whole journey of coffee beans. Top 10% of coffee beans are specialty. Have you ever wondered what a specialty coffee shop is? It's the top 10% of beans being used in there. So that's why you often get, as I say, a more expensive coffee, but I probably think the other end more expensive on there. Pretty. I suppose you get a soup bowl at Costa, don't you? Of swilling out that, swilling down. So that'd be interesting. Yeah, it will be interesting.
Excited. We're going to do some
milks and stuff.
Yeah, no, that sounds amazing. I mean, up the other end, we're also doing some amazing things as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
Have all sorts of cookery classes going on from basics, aren't we?
Yeah.
Have some cool stuff from pasta making to sourdoughs. And
you had some good ideas about chalet training.
Yeah, chalet training is always going to be a good one. I think like coming and do a week course or a 2-week course, would be a 1 or 2 week course. And also for the parents out there that have got daughters off to uni, we are going to do an off to uni course, aren't we? And sons. Yep.
Yeah.
Off to uni course. So,
which is a good one, isn't it? Because how many kids are going out there and some you have to fend for themselves.
Absolutely. And I just thought that was
intimidating.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be nice to sort of give them a bit of a head start.
And we can run through shopping if you've got a £20 a week budget
Absolutely,
on food. How can you feed yourself? Tins of tuna.
And even just show them 3 or 4 basic sauces that are sort of, universal. So really excited for that. And obviously we'll start with basic knife skills and stuff. So we're even getting from running out to chop to cooking.
Trust us, we're really old stubby over it.
I've only lost 4 fingers,
I've still got one. That's
so it's going to be I'm really looking forward to like the street food courses we're going to do. It's going to be some really cool
luckily
stuff.
we can go from both ends of the spectrum. So I think we do like street food courses for even people that open up street food businesses to like people doing a 4-course fine dining dinner at home for a friend.
Yeah, so in-house, in-home dining type thing. Yeah, I want to just show off some skills and beef Wellingtons and cheese soufflés and whatever.
Nailing Christmas.
That is a great idea.
Nice one, wouldn't it?
Or hire us.
Yeah.
I'm already booked out Christmas Day.
Yeah, I know. I don't do Christmas Day anymore, man. It's my one day off a year.
No excuse.
No. For the right.
Look, I don't think there's nothing to be thinking about. I think, at the end of the day, people that hire private chefs obviously are going to have a little bit of money. But more than anything, it's Christmas Day. So no one's an idiot. They're going to understand it's going to cost them more. It's Christmas Day.
Yeah.
One day of the year.
Yeah. And to be fair, I'm cooking Christmas dinner at home anyway. I'm stuck in the kitchen the old days.
Well, you'd rather be somewhere else and earn a load of money. So last year, we did our Christmas Eve. We did last year.
Oh, nice.
But we made it like Christmas Day. Like literally, as in Christmas music, breakfast, all your little whatever you do on Christmas Day to make it Christmas. We normally have a fry up in the morning and stuff, and sort of music on, Christmas music and stuff.
I did that over the whole of Christmas Eve.
So all of the whole Christmas Eve from the morning. Yeah, so obviously Arlo's only a baby, so he don't give a shit, does he?
Doesn't know. What's going on? What day is today? 25.
Yeah. But so I don't know if I'll do it every year, mate, but
when it's there, do it, I guess. Well, it's very European. You're very European. I mean, Europeans will celebrate Christmas on the 24th, don't they? I think we're one of the only countries in Europe who do the 25th, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Arlo's obviously 2 this year. So I don't know. I might do Christmas this year, but maybe next year might be a bit more
family oriented.
Yeah, so maybe not do it next year.
Yeah.
I don't know. What age is the
I suppose
start understanding Christmas?
I suppose when he starts like preschool and all his friends are going, I can't wait for Christmas. And Dad, why are you always working on the 25th?
We're not celebrating Christmas, son. Jehovah's Witnesses. Daddy's time.
Yeah.
But no, we'll see.
I did used to work with a lad at my first ever job. He told the head of department that his mum was Jewish and his dad was a Christian, so he couldn't do Saturday and Sundays. And he got away with it for about a year until somebody went, his mum's not Jewish.
Did that really happen?
That really happened, yeah. Well, I thought a masterclass in dodging weekends in the catering industry.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. I should have done that. I done my family tree, and I think was it my great grandfather was a German Jewish immigrant. Came over in 18...
I didn't want to say anything, but I thought there were some signs, mate. You've got an amazing moustache.
I don't know. My little curls. And
you're really tight as well.
So yeah, I know, yeah. who's rounded it.
Every time we go out, Gary's one of them people that's always he's always lost his wallet, or he's just got to go for a quick piss, and he'll get the next round.
Deep his pockets. And
you wouldn't believe it.
It's in there somewhere.
And now we've got Apple Pay on your phone. He's like, you wouldn't believe it. Left my phone at home.
Got Pineapple Pay on my phone. Never happens. Yeah, I know. But doing my family tree. He came here around, I think it's 1860s or 1850s, and he was the first nationalised Brit to be a member of Parliament. So he became a politician.
Really?
And then he
actually?
yeah. So he came with nothing, and then he
left with nothing.
But he made loads of money. So he was a tin merchant, like basically selling tin to farmers for covering pig shacks. World War I kicked off. Oh, we need some of them, and then he became a multimillionaire over the First and Second World War. And then his son was George Strauss, who was a member of Labour Parliament, and he did all the foreign. I think he's foreign minister during the Second World War. Went over to Spain to try. Went over to Spain to try and sort out Franco and all that.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, family. I quite like a family tree because it kind of inspires you to do better. You think, oh, my great granddad did this, so there's no excuse to kind of.
I come from a real messed up family, and I literally could only go back one.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I've got no one to like ask, find out, to like try and.
Yeah, it makes it tricky. Yeah. Ancestry is quite good for like giving you little hints and tips on names and stuff. But
really?
Like you say, if you need you get a month free trial. You kind of hammer through quite a lot of it there, but you got to know a little bit of information, I suppose. Grandparents' names and where they're born and general age, or you like Moses, kind of like floated down the river in Southampton. And
I don't know, mate. I come from a real messed up sort of family. Truthfully, not messed up. That probably sounds bad, but I don't mean that in a rude way. Just broken. Probably should have used the word.
Yeah.
Real broken family.
Shattered.
But broken from quite a few generations.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think, and it's just gone down. And then my mum's mum, like, treated my mum the way she was treated with her mum. My mum tried being better with us, but she was a single mum and had to work 3 jobs, so we never saw her a lot. And my mum never spoke to really my mum for ages. It just got a bit like, So I'm like, when it got to me and I realised, I knew that I wanted to break the chain.
Similar to me.
I'm been working so hard as a person on a personal level.
Yeah.
to not like to be present, be a good dad, make sure he grows up, lots of photos, lots of memories. Knows who his obviously nans are and stuff like that. And because I don't really know, going back to my nan, that's all I remember really. Like, and no one really knows. It's weird. Like, it's just like everyone's forgotten about their past life. Must have been that brutal. No one just.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously because my mum didn't speak to her mum didn't speak to her mum because there was issues like it just come down all the way. So everyone started falling out of each other and not talking.
So no information got passed down through generations of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an orphan.
Wandering the streets. I know. I was quite lucky in that sense. Like I've talked about before, my dad was a bit of a brutal, messed up fellow, and his sister was as well. And actually, me and my cousin have both turned out into a stage where we both said, right, break that chain. We're going to be real family guys, and being a good dad's a real,
absolutely, mate.
really 100%. Based on that. So, yeah.
We're on the same boat here, mate.
We're on the same boat. Like we said, like we said before, my grandfather was a real gentleman, so I kind of
mine too. That's the thing I remember. Yeah.
So I looked at him as a kind of male role model. Luckily. So it is interesting how like people turn out role models and stuff.
Do you know what? I don't want to obviously because everyone's got their own beliefs or way of thinking, but for me, I looked at the way I was brought up, especially from my dad.
Yeah.
And my mum went through there was a lot of violence there. It was a shitty upbringing, to be fair. But poor mum tried her best.
Yeah.
But I just looked at that and went, that's not right.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the opposite. Well, a lot of people go, when it comes to, say, domestic violence, wow, I'm like it because my dad was like it. It's when you get to an adult, mate, or even in your late teens, you know what's right and wrong. So don't say, I hit my girlfriend because my dad hit my mum.
Do you know, I find that fascinating how a child can look at a scenario. And I've always, because my childhood was domestically brutal, and I didn't.
Mine too.
For me, it was just like life, and then my school friends that I come around and like going, hey, that is not normal. My dad jumping out of a moving car and like you know, like so many
I could give you loads of stuff like that.
So many stories. And
we missed a couple of Christmases because my mum was in hospital. Just because my dad might have come home pissed on a Christmas Eve and beat her and stuff like that. We had to like run across to neighbours, and me and my sister, like I was 5 years older, so like when I was 10 and she was 5 or whatever, or 9 and 4, whatever. Like, but
it sounds really
had to run her over to. We had like neighbours that were almost there to be like, we're here
if you need to.
Like they were like hard. I had to like grab my little sister and run over to someone's house. Like, what the fuck? And it just went on for years.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we had
I just knew I was not going to be like my old man. That was it. I was just like, nah, that's not how you treat a woman, mate. Like, what, you think you're a good guy, do you? Like, I don't really speak to my dad that much now. No. It's a shame. Like, he has apologised in the past and stuff, said, I was a bad dad and all that. And I was just, yeah, you were. I don't know what, I can't even really, how can you forgive? Like, I don't know. Like,
it's very tricky.
People go, you should just forgive and move on. But I've moved on.
Yeah.
I can't forgive that sort of guy.
Yeah.
That sort of man. That's not a man, is it? Coming and beating a woman. Oh, you're fucking hard, mate, aren't you?
Exactly, yeah.
Idiot. Yeah. But look, I just looked at that and thought, no, I'm going to turn the negative into a positive here, because otherwise I'll go the same way. I thought, no, that's not right.
But it's so fascinating how a child can look at a situation and one set of children go like, that's wrong, I'm going the opposite way. Another set of children go, that's what a man is. It's
unfortunately a lot of my family, bless, even though they're still like nice people, but I think there's just a lot of trauma there. Yeah. So, but I've just tried. Probably is trauma there, but I did go to. Do you know what? Actually, last year I went to. Was it last year? I thought I'd just go see a therapist.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. It's just like have a chat and see if do I need help.
Yeah.
Rambled on for ages. He never messaged me back for a second meeting.
You left.
I was like, brilliant. I'm trying to be a better person, and you're going, fuck that.
True, yeah.
Can you imagine?
You left him in tears.
So I'm on email going like, thanks very much. Like, I left feeling quite good actually. I've never really spoke about my past, but like, cheers, thanks very much. Like, is it worth, just because he said like every couple of weeks or whatever. So yeah, like, don't mind, I'm happy with that. Like, nothing, not even a response,
really?
Not even no, just
not an email back. Broken.
This number cannot be recognised.
Oh my god! Yeah.
So it makes me think: am I deeply messed up, or
I don't know?
Has he got any issue? I don't know. Have I just ruined his life or brought back some past memories? I don't know.
He sat there like rocking as you're talking to him.
No, I was just saying the same sort of thing we're talking about. He just said like, Jay, just talk to me about from when you were little, what you remember and stuff, and how you grew up. So I just, you've asked me, so I'm just giving you the answer. He's probably gone. Yeah, it's too much.
So I don't know if my wife believes how bad my childhood. So we're watching a program where a bloke came in and like punched a window and then smashed his wife in the face and then held her on the floor with a gunpoint. I went, that reminds me of my Christmases as a kid. My wife goes, I went, no, it was like that. it was like that. Do you know what I mean? That's that. When my dad came home drunk on a Christmas day, smashed a don.
So you close to your dad, or was you?
Well, I know he's dead. No, he died. He died last year. But so anyone listening to this who's going through this, right? So he was a nice guy to other people.
Yeah.
Brutal to his own family.
Yeah. One of them.
Drunk a lot.
Yeah.
And now looking back,
have we got the same dad? Just wondering,
separated as birth.
Yeah. I'm going to go online tonight and come out Gary Morton Jones.
Yeah.
Brother.
But yeah, so being a dad and sort of like getting a mortgage and having kids, I kind of sat and thought, maybe because it happened a lot younger then, didn't it? So I think my dad got married when he was 21. I thought,
it was quite common.
Was it so stressful being a parent at that age and having a mortgage and trying to pay the bills that they turned to alcohol and then alcohol turned in? But I mean, yeah. But so anyway, I tried reconciling 3 or 4 times, trying to be a bigger guy and going, right, that was then, this is now. He's got grandkids now. Trying to talk to him, but he just didn't change. He had a chip on his shoulder. The whole world was against him. And every time I spoke to him to try and go, look, that was a past. And he went, I was a really bad dad. And I went, maybe you being a bad dad, maybe a good dad. And then he came to my 30th birthday and he goes, how come you got a nice car? I'm going, well, because I work pretty hard, Dad. He went, it's not fair. I work hard. Why haven't I got one? I went, and he sat, like, I was 30 years old. So he must have been like 50 odd then. He sat on the garden wall sulking for about 3.5 hours. And I said, we're having a Chinese day for my birthday. Do you want to come in? He goes, I haven't got any money. I went, oh, I'm buying it, mate. And he went, oh, what, charity? Thanks. And he had a massive strop again. And I was like, I oh mate, you're in your 50s. But then so every 5 or 6 years I try to
Do you want some chicken fried rice or not, mate?
There's some noodles with your name on it. From memory, he never came in. So and so when he died last year, it was upsetting.
How'd you take that?
So it's really messed up. So,
yeah, of course, I can imagine that.
So his mobile phone called me, and I went, all right, Dad. And it went, and then my phone rang with a different number. I went, hello. And a lady went, oh, this is Bournemouth Hospital. So I just tried to call you from your dad's phone. Your dad's just passed away. So I went, oh, right. So it was kind of like in a space of 5 seconds, I thought he was trying to call me. Then someone else called me.
Who you were at the hospital? Was it got something?
His best friend was there and said, oh,
I know
knew who I was.
Yeah.
And I cried for about an hour going, my dad's dead. Because it's almost like a generational leap, isn't it? Like, you don't want to die. So like what the one peg above you kind of gets knocked down. But,
yeah.
But deep down, and if anyone's going through this situation, I tried 10 times to try and build a relationship, and it's got thrown back in my face.
You can't. It takes two to tango, mate, doesn't it? Yeah. So well done. Like, you should feel happy within yourself. Like, you've done your bit. Yeah. You've tried.
Yeah, I couldn't do any more.
You can't do any more.
I was like, I did everything I could, and I went, you got grandkids, and the only upsetting bit, he tried for about a month, 2 months, and then gave the kids some Christmas presents. And I was like, he kind of wanted to, but he was just so angry at the world that I don't know if it's mental.
He couldn't see any.
He couldn't see the forest for the trees kind of thing. So when he died, I mean, there was no guilt like, oh, my dad's died and I'm never going to get to speak to him again. In fact, the last time we spoke to each other, he called me when he had cancer. I think he had throat cancer. He called me and he goes, I went, oh, all right, Dad. And he went, oh, sorry, wrong number. And that's the last time we spoke to each other.
Joking.
That's the last time we spoke to each other. Yeah, I've dialed the wrong number, sorry. Put the phone down.
Not even just, sorry, son. But anyway, how are you, mate? You're right.
So I sent a big text going, Dad, you all right? Sounded like you had a bit of a, you're a bit emotional. Everything okay? Anything I can do? Do you need me to come down and see you?
Yeah.
No reply. So I'm like,
there's so many. I know, like, it is mainly, I know some women are like it, but men are obviously a bit more known to be like it. But there's just a lot of just waste men. Like, how can you have a kid and then like they have kids, grandkids, and you just don't want to be involved in their life?
It's unbelievable.
I look at my son and I want to cry sometimes, mate. It's like I love him so much.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, there's no way. Yeah, honestly, mate. That hair, the baby smell's just sort of gone now. He had that for ages. It sort of goes on it. But I just think, fuck me, mate. I could never, ever, ever just walk out of your life or just not be a part of it. Never. Just never. Like, just couldn't. Just love him. Honestly, people go to me, oh, Jay, you doing anything tonight? Yeah. I'm
staring at my son.
Literally going home and just staring at him. For how long? Till he goes to sleep. Yeah. And then I'll probably stay there while he's sleeping, just for about 3 hours. Love it, honestly, mate. I sit there and play with him. I just watch him play. Like, now he's 17, 18 months. He's learning start of words. Like, he likes books. Loves them. So he'll get a book and he'll go, buh, buh. And I'm like, book. He's into cars at the moment. So he's not, obviously he's learning, learning the words, but he just gives them to you, like he pulls them back and lets them go, and then he wants you to sit and play with him. So he knows how to interact. It's crazy. And I couldn't imagine just going, nah, son, I'm out. I can just just leaving him. Like, I just don't know how humans can have that.
Strange generate.
Not give a, I don't know, do I say not care, or do I don't know. Like, everyone's different, I guess, but maybe some people were just so from a strict upbringing. Do you know, like back in the day, there wasn't much love and attention. Dads were working, like, or son in, out, and you never saw him because So I don't know if it's just like a generation thing, or it's just me because of my past that makes me just so love him so much. You know what I mean? But
I did say a great TikTok. It went dads in the 1970s, dads to today, and the dad, like, if the same guy comes in, obviously, he goes. Boots the door open. Wife, where's my dinner? It's 5 o'clock. Should be on the table. Cheers, lovely. I'm going to the pub with the lads. See you later. Make sure this is washed up by the time I get back. And then, like, now like that. All right, love. Do you want me to cook dinner for you? What do you fancy tonight? If I get some tagliatelle. And he's like, I'll wash up. Don't worry, love. You sit down and watch that favourite program. And it was really funny. But yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, my dad just locked me in a car park and said, "You got to, Saturday, come with me." And basically, I remember all the music when I hear like songs like Stevie Wonder from the 1980s, from being locked in a car in a pub car park and a bag of crisps being thrown for every like 2 hours deep. You're hungry. You're like, well, how long are you going to be, Dad? Just going to finish this last beer. and I'll be out, and then you see him carry out 2 more fresh beers and going, we're in for the long haul, you know what I mean? And then, well, we obviously drink driving as well. We used to drive along with a can of lager in his hand as well. So it's
yeah. All I will say, mate, is don't let a shit past determine your future, mate. That's all I'll say on that, because you can turn your life around, or you can, you know, I think for me, it takes the same amount of energy to think negatively as it does positively. So what one are you going to choose?
Yeah, choose positive.
It's the same, isn't it? You can either think that way or think that way.
Yeah.
But you're in the middle.
Yeah.
So you got to try and, I'm not saying it's easy, but let's just go that way. And And that's how I always try and think. I always try and also think, I know we all have days where we're like, oh, you know, mortgage is due and bills are due. But I look at that and I go, all my kids, my family, whatever. Healthy, safe, roof above their head, hot water, snacks everywhere.
Yeah.
They're all into their whatever, you know, no one's not got what they don't need. Everyone's got what they need. What she said. Like, everyone's got what they need in the house.
Yeah.
No one's, oh my God, like, I need this. Everyone's got what they need.
And it's that famous thing. If your household earns 30,000 or more, you're in the top 1% of the whole worldwide. Yeah, you're in the top 1% of the whole world. If your household earns more than 30,000, which is a lucky. I mean, 99% of the world wishes they were you. Do you know what I mean? So I mean,
that's what I always think. And I know lots of people, as you do, and especially in this industry, and people are late, and you end up having a little chat with them, or you've been late a few times. You're right, and it's like, oh, sorry, chef, like, I just having a bit of a shit time, like just can't afford my bills. Obviously, you can't, you know, or just there's more bill, like your rent's gone up, and it's just et cetera, et cetera. Everyone's just fighting such a tough battle, aren't they?
Yeah.
But just got to keep going.
Which brings it around to a weird conversation now that a lot of staff working in the catering industry are asking for more and more money, and there's less and less money in the industry. You've got this pay rise coming next month. Is it April?
Yep. Wages all go up next month.
So in my wife's job, so you've got over 21s earning over £12 an hour, which is now putting a basic member of staff on more money than managers who work in the business.
Yeah.
So I don't know legally, if you're on a contract, if you've signed a contract for a certain wage, if the legal minimum wage goes up, they have to match that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of managers in the catering industry that are stuck in a situation where they're on 30 grand a year. And now Claire, who just started the job last week,
who's 21,
is on the same money you're on. And you've got the responsibility of allergens, running the business, making sure
people's lives.
People's lives.
You're almost like, it's when you look at it like that, I don't think people do understand about that, do they? No. You know, now with allergens and dietary requirements and stuff, it's we're almost your your life's in our hands. But yeah, you are right. Which is the thing, isn't it? Because you've got minimum wage and living wage.
Living wage, yeah. So living wage goes to
how much more is it with the living wage? It's not that much more, is it?
No. 12.46 or 12.41, I think, for living wage.
So that's the living wage, is it?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, so if you do a 45-hour week on that salary on 29,500 a year.
Yeah. They're saying you can pay for everything, but you can't afford a staff.
But then every business is going to put their prices up, aren't they, to cover their staff bill, so everything gets more expensive.
It is, do you know what, it is tough, but I think the only little ways around that, it's not massive, but we all know food's expensive and stuff. So the way I see it or do is take care of all the staff, let them all have a lunch or a meal within reason. I love the foie gras, chef, and the steak with truffle sauce. I think if I can give all my staff one meal a day, that's 5 meals a week.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a lot, but
if you're going out to buy food, then it's,
which they all do and stuff. So giving them a healthy, nutritious meal every day for 5 days, saves them a trip to
a chunk.
Yeah, little bits.
Chunk of money. I do wonder if loads of managers are going to basically give up their position and go.
I don't know how you feel about it, but I think it's so fucked the industry in terms of. I think one of the biggest things is staff turnover. Retention's horrendous, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I know you probably shouldn't reward people for this because that's your job and that's what you're paid to do, to come in and do the job that you've applied for and taken. But you know, like if you've been at a job 3 months, 6 months, whatever, and you've not been late once and you've not had no sick days, like maybe like a cheeky little whatever works for your business, 50 quid, 100 quid, I don't know, almost like a little reward, just for coming in and doing the job that you're supposed to do. Because as silly as that sounds, and we're laughing about it, how often does it happen? Like, just so many sickies, aren't there?
Well, so one thing I'm really worried about. So I think Labour are bringing in that if you have a sick day, you get paid from the first day you're off sick. So
what, full?
Yeah. So
So we've got to hire someone else to come in. We're paying for 2 people
have
because
2 people. So I was talking to somebody in the industry, and they said the amount of hangovers that people have in catering will basically pay people to have hangovers. So like someone goes out on the Raz, and the next day I'm coming in, get full pay. So we're like, I know.
hello. Oh, I can't make it in. What? I don't know. All week. Bye. So,
Fully paid.
So yeah, I've got a week off on full pay. I don't know about that. There's probably got to be a cut off in there. Surely.
There's got to be a cut off. Yeah, no, they were talking about. I think they were talking about getting rid of 0-hour contracts, weren't they? Bringing back part-time contracts. We have to guarantee a certain amount of hours. But I think that's been vetoed by all the MPs because I think it's quite a workable system. The 0-hour contract now.
Yeah.
From both angles, that if students want to work one week and can't work the next week, then it's a thing. So yeah,
it's tough because, as you say, rent and rates going up everywhere. Food costs are going up.
Yeah,
and obviously wages are going up. Yet there's no money anyway. Not much. No. Not much.
Pinch. Pyramids.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Have you seen the pyramids?
Do you know what? I've only seen that. I don't know if I saw it online on Facebook. I think what the pyramids look like underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, if that is so. Is this assuming, or are they saying no? We found this.
No, they found. So it's on the 16th of March. A top-end scientist who specialises in.
So they've been there for hundreds and thousands of years. And someone's only just clicked on now that there's an underneath.
Yeah, but they've used new technology called lidar. It's kind of it's called it's a light blah 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 radar technology to basically blast radiation light under the ground to get like sonic images coming back. And they found all these pillars going all the way down underneath pyramids, 600 kilometers, I think, 600 meters.
Wow.
600, might be 600 kilometers.
Wow.
So about 3,000 feet going down to 2 kilometers it was. So it's about three.
And is there anything else there? Like what else? What are they thinking? What are they thinking it was?
There's 4 square blocks at the bottom with 4 like the columns coming out of these blocks. So they think it might be a energy creating source. But if it's investigated and found to be like as true as they think it is, it completely reshapes history. That we've just been told our whole lifetime that pyramids were just a tomb where they put pharaohs.
Yeah.
To now being, there might have been a way of like bringing water out of the ground or bringing energy out of the ground with technology. And was the technology, the energy brought out of the ground, helped to build the pyramids on top? And did they use like ultrasound to like lift heavy blocks and stuff like that? So strange technology that
that's
reshapes the whole of history.
That's incredible.
It is incredible, isn't it? It's like completely.
Have you been to Egypt?
No, I nearly went to Egypt. So I nearly went to Egypt when I was 22, and I bought tickets. I was going out there
on your own.
On my own, yeah.
Love that.
I kept waiting for friends to go traveling. They're going maybe next year.
Yeah,
in the end, I was like, I'm just going to go.
So play to you, mate. That takes some. I would do that. Things like that don't bother me.
No, you make friends en route, don't you?
Yeah.
But so a week before I was flying out to Egypt, a man got onto a bus full of English tourists and machine gunned them down. So I think like 30 British people died. This is 1999, I think. So I got a phone call from the travel agents going, you're going to Egypt. We're recommending probably English people don't go to Egypt at the moment. So where else would you like to go? And I basically said, where else could I go for the price of that ticket? And they said Sydney, Australia. So I went to Sydney, Australia instead.
For the same price?
Yeah, it's £435 at the time for a flight going out there. So yeah. So I nearly ended up in Egypt, and I kind of, thankfully I didn't. Well, it's a bit similar now. I think they're offering all-inclusive holiday packages to Egypt next January for £350. But then talking to looked on the website, is this a safe place to go? And I think the British tourism's going, Egypt is not a safe place to go at the moment due to the location it's based, how close it is to the Middle East and stuff. So you can get a cheap holiday if you want to risk it.
Yeah, I'll risk it for
There's your plane's going, there's a missile going, but what's that? No,
I've been to Egypt.
You have, yeah.
About 10 years ago.
And did you see the pyramids?
It was rude not to.
Isn't it weird? They're supposed to be like really touristic this side, but really empty that side.
What
I've heard.
Pyramids, went to obviously got on a camel, went and saw Tutankhamun. Like did just.
Was he all right?
He sound. To be honest, mate, I ain't gonna lie, he looks a bit frail. Like,
Does he,
don't know if he's eating properly.
Yeah, shook his hand, came off. Oops, sorry.
To be fair, you just walk down some steps and then he's just obviously there in a glass, see-through thing, just like a skeleton, all that. Just and then obviously in Egypt you get a lot of people going, money.
Really,
it's always fuck off, mate. Just they're always all on the hunt out there for money.
Yeah, I went to Morocco.
Or they'll come and they'll tell you something about him, and they'll go for £5.
This is the Titanic pub.
No, honestly, I think it's because they almost try to get they try and tour guide you in. It's like they did say to watch out for it. I just didn't have none of it, mate.
Yeah,
didn't have none of it.
Yeah, Morocco was the same. You got off the bus and there was like, it was sad. It was like little kids trying to sell you half a pencil for like anything. You know what I mean? Like broken dolls and stuff like that. You're like, just like that.
Yeah. I did buy a do you know they like hand chisel like tiles? I don't know if you've ever seen any like Egyptian tiles and stuff. They like with elephants and stuff like.
Right.
And I bought one. I've still got it at home. It's not up anywhere, but it's like wrapped in a newspaper and like
kept safe.
But I would like to like I
put it up.
I don't know. Somewhere I need to. Yeah, 'cause it's quite heavy. It's a proper thick tile, but you see them all out in the streets like just chipping away, not making them, and then they're for sale. But I negotiate.
I'd love to go. Yeah, I would love to go. Unbeknown to you, was stood on space age technology below your feet, planted by aliens. I love a conspiracy, man.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I think everyone does deep down, surely.
Yeah, I go down loads of rabbit holes. I was watching a conspiracy about who built it, and this guy's going like, could have been, you could say aliens came down because all like the pyramids tied to the Orion's belt and the space like cost of their constellations, but is it more likely there was an ancient civilization where really advanced at that point, and then and they built it, which I reckon is probably more true. But it's fascinating, and it's like it's like crazy, man. How like. And do they? I'm watching one guy talk about, do they still exist? Do they still exist now? So that ancient civilization, we think, what happened to them?
Yeah.
What if they're still present now and they just merged into our society? And it's like, well, there's like lizard theories and stuff like that. You can go nuts, go on forever, can't you?
Yeah, of course you could. Yeah.
Yeah, go on forever. And I saw these guys talk about like, you see that thing, that report this week that we're most likely in a black hole of another universe.
Oh fuck.
Man,
probably.
This is crazy, man, isn't it? Just wild.
Jesus.
Yeah. Some of these black holes out there are the same size of our whole solar system. Space just spins me out when you look at these things. You see that video and it goes like, this is Earth, this is your sun, this is another sun, this is another sun that gets bigger and bigger, and you're like, we're minute little creatures just like whizzing around. Crazy, mate.
In other news, is Gordon Ramsay really an idiot sandwich?
Is he an idiot sandwich?
No, we've talked about this before, haven't we?
Yeah.
About
he's a nice guy, but does he portray the catering industry in a way that's? Do young chefs look at him and go, "I want to be like Gordon Ramsay"?
It's hard.
And then go in the kitchen, start shouting at people.
Yeah, it is hard because from say a Hell's Kitchen point of view, you think, "Fuck me, man!" Like no need.
No.
But of course, it's called Hell's Kitchen. It's got to be some. But then you watch him do the Junior MasterChef.
Yeah, lovely.
So sweet.
Yeah. I saw a really funny video where they tied up both. There's a little kid goes, burn myself. And he comes over and he goes, come on, show me. Idiot.
Oh, so you're still doing that to kids?
No. They just edited in the adult version into the kids one. Donkey, what you doing? Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, he's probably a lovely bloke, isn't he? But yeah,
too many chefs with massive egos and tiny cocks, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah, I know. I remember when Jamie Oliver first came out, and I was like in a Two Rosette kitchen, and I started getting like a little like tidal wave of like young chefs going, I reckon I could do your job.
Yeah,
I've watched 4 episodes of Jamie Oliver. I said, go for it. There's a pass. Off you go. And they'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. And you're like, okay, back over here, mate. Here's some carrots. Off you go. Work your way up. Build up their
Just reminded me of an episode of Jamie's Kitchen, was it called? Years ago. Was it Jamie's Kitchen? Is that what it was called? I don't know. And he was his lecturer at college was teaching a class how to segment. What are they doing? They were doing like segments of grapefruit and stuff and wanted it nicely on a plate. Just that's all it was, just to practice you.
Yeah.
One of them, he couldn't do it. So when the lecturer wasn't looking, he's gone and taken the lecturer's plate.
Swapped it over.
Clever
lad.
Clever until he got there. He went,
it's brilliant, mate.
That's fucking my work. Really? He's gone back to check his plate and he just knew straight away looking at it. Like,
oh, did he?
Yeah.
He
just clicked on straight away. Yeah.
That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah. Sorry, just random thought.
Yeah.
Oh, All right,
No,
mate. Well, I feel like we should
wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Yeah.
Where's our time? 2 days, 4 hours.
Yeah.
We've been here for a long time.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We do
ramble on.
We need to try maybe like.
Yeah, we said that, didn't we? I think as soon as we start getting guests on, we can format a little bit, can't we?
Like an hour?
Yeah, an hour's good. I don't think an hour's. I don't think my phone.
What we on?
Oh, I haven't got my reading glasses on. I don't think we're actually. We're on 59 minutes.
Are we actually?
33 seconds.
No, you're joking. I can't even see that. Oh my god!
I'm like a magician.
I'm incredible.
Disappears about. Shazam! And he's gone. Yeah. Well, it's nice to be a different location. We're in a Titanic pub today. What do you say about the history of this pub? This is where all the crew was drinking in.
Yeah, some of the crew did come in. They drank here before they just, as you know, walked down the bottom of here where the Titanic literally left from just down here.
Yeah.
So this was quite a popular pub. And yeah, it's very old. We've just had a mini refurb, but you can see it's an old pub, very old pub. But
downstairs is lovely though. It looks like a proper classic, like proper nice pub. Then a dartboard and
we get a lot of. So when the cruise liners come in, we're just literally, for people that don't know, we're literally probably a 2-minute walk from all the cruise terminals in Southampton. They tend to get. Do you know when they stop in Southampton and you get? Is it like 3 or 4 hours?
A little wander around there.
But our street, as you know, because we've got the Tudor House Museum and stuff like that, we're in the historic part of the city.
Yeah.
Especially when we got bombed. This all got bombed in the war. Not this, but like the street next to us and stuff. So yes, it's very historic. So when they get off the cruises, the pub can fill up in 2 minutes of like tourists.
Coming in.
And all of a sudden it's just like 86 fish and chips. And you're like, fucking Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I bet the tourists love it. I wonder how long it's been called the Titanic.
Americans come in, they're like, you do fish and chips? Like,
does Kate Winslet work here?
Yeah. You do that tartar sauce? Like, yeah, it's all right. So naturally it's not a massive menu here. We do a lot of smash burgers and loaded fries, but we do fish and chips and a few others just because they love it. They get off the boat for 3 minutes, a few hours, and they just want to come somewhere historic, get some fish and chips, and then get back on the boat and leave, don't they? So, and we work with some great breweries and stuff, so we do some real nice beer batter. Really proud of that. So people do always say, it's delicious. Like, thank you. Asda's. No, I'm joking. Asda's pre-made
fish and chips.
Just add water. Or
even worse, pre-made fish and chips where you pop it in the oven for 20 minutes. The bottom sticks to the tray and you lift it off.
Could you imagine?
Squidge.
Yeah, as you say, it's a lovely pub, new location, big high ceilings. I don't know if you can see it, but it's nice.
Yeah, no,
I like it. This may be the new space going forward. Don't know. We can use wherever we want, but just thought we'd try it out, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's all good. It's always good having a couple of locations, is it?
Yeah. Bounce around. Keeps the groupies at bay, doesn't it?
Wow, I ain't gonna lie, mate. I don't know if you saw Mavis outside. He was dying for an autograph.
Come in.
Yeah.
Like, Mavis,
she nearly hit me with her steak, honestly.
When Edison's got that smash window a couple of weeks ago, I felt guilty because I started doing Dishy Dad podcast at Edison's. And a week later, someone smashed a window.
I can't believe it, mate. Just lowest to the lowest. We had him on camera. We went out and searched for him, found him. Told you, didn't I?
Yeah. Dishy Dad t-shirt on or not? Is there?
Just come in. Do you know what wound me up about that? They've broken in, nicked a little cash.
Yeah.
To be fair, that shouldn't have been there, like tips and stuff, like whatever. But nicked that and then nicked the flapjack as he left, like raging, mate. Like he's obviously gone. Right, I've literally taken what I can. Ooh, little snack for the road.
Made a cup of tea.
I'm not even joking, mate. If that was on, it wouldn't surprise me if you fucking. Swan.
Probably get TripAdvisor 2 out of 5.
Machine was shit. Flapjack was crap. Not enough money in till.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh mate, we're at the Southsea Beach Cafe. It's not funny, but at the time, the outside of the building was made out of plastic with plastic windows. It's all glass now. So burglars, you're out of luck. We got broken into, and the policeman turned up and went, he goes, how did they get in? He went through the window and how? He went, pair of scissors, breaking into a Wendy house, wasn't it? It was literally just like a floppy, a tent. So they literally got a pair of scissors.
Did they?
Cut the man shape out, slip through, and then but the interior is a big wooden box kind of thing. So it's kind of I'm not doing it justice. Lovely location, but it's all sealed off on the inside. It's just the exterior is a plastic.
Okay.
Yeah, scumbags, mate. People are desperate sometimes, but I mean, other
We're
people
just trying to get on with it, mate. And yeah, just scumbags.
when you work hard and somebody just like, comes and
But we keep moving. I try not to let anything bring us down.
yeah.
But yeah, you just think, fucking idiots.
Positive vibrations. I mean, I've been reading loads about this. I sound like a new age hippie, but getting yourself on the right vibration to attract the right things to you, I think is a real thing. That's why I truly believe that we're going to have a really good podcast when we learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Cookbook, TV program, go out and just
it's all happening.
It's all happening, mate.
Thanks to the people that have listened, even if it's only two of you.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
You know what? We've been quite lucky. We've had not loads, but I think we've had a few hundred.
Yeah. A few lists. A few lists. International as well. Denmark, thanks, Phil. America, thanks, Ray. Making us international. The Mertz.
It's a few.
It's good fun, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But we have obviously in between these, we do talk about trying to just be a bit better and stuff. We can't help it. We get talking and we're just real. We're not scripted, and we talk about how we feel. We don't
believe it or not.
Believe it or not,
there's no script.
No, there isn't. There's no. But I think it's important that you talk from the heart, no matter what you're talking about, good, bad, shit, boring. But at least you're not getting I really liked it at the shop because the buns were nice and the lady was sweet.
I was at a Titanic pub and I thought it was sinking.
Iceberg ahead. I ain't got time for that bollocks.
Rose, Jack.
I don't know. I'm very lucky. I've got a good selection of close friends, but they've always said for years, and like the reason we come to you if we've got an issue or we need just some advice is like you just say it how it is, even if it upsets us because we're in the wrong and not the missus or whatever. If a little rant, I'll be the first one to go like, oh, just look at that from our point of view there because blah blah blah, and then they're like, oh fuck's sake, Jay, why you always got to just I'm like, well, it's up to you. Do you want a rant or do you want an opinion?
Right.
That's fine. Literally, I'll say, but before we do this, is this a rant? Because I'll just let you rant and I'll shut up, or you have to some constructive feedback. No. I want you to tell me what you think. I go, well, I think you could have done a bit better there, or she could have, you could have been a bit nicer there, mate. Or you didn't have to say that. Well, that's what she meant. You took it too serious. Fuck's sake, Jay. You always think logically.
I had a head chef, and it's a bit of advice years ago. And it always goes, if you always do the right thing, you'll never get in trouble. It goes like when it comes down to drinking or driving or like breaking in somewhere or doing something wrong. It goes, have a think. And you just know in your head, is this the right thing to do? Because I know if it's illegal, it's the wrong thing to do. There's a chance I get in trouble. So I kind of always sticks with me, like do the right thing, you'll never get in trouble. So it kind of sticks by me. It comes back to Gareth Southgate's speech about the lack of fatherhood in our community. Yeah. We could be their dads. No, but
I'm up for that.
I always hold back on my opinions and stuff. And I think if there are good dads out there and they're more vocal in society, that can only be good for society, surely, can't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So young lads who are a bit lost, they can go, those guys work hard, take care of the family, gentlemen.
It's hard, but you look at this this generation, and they all a lot of these kids look up to like Andrew Tate and stuff.
Yeah,
I want us to be the the flip side of Andrew Tate.
just decent blokes. It would be we've done all right with our lives, and we.
Mate.
We can actually say troubled homes, and then
like I said, mate, there was two options, and that was either go that way or go that way, and I wasn't going that way, mate. So
you're gonna laugh at this. Do you know who my main father? Well, apart from my grandfather, my second father figure growing up was
Rolf Harris.
I met Rolf Harris. He was
what?
I went to a job interview.
Is this today or another one?
I went to his house. No, I went to a job interview.
He turned the lights out. Can you guess what it is yet?
I went to a job interview to Cirencester, and I was like British skin. So I got on the train. I just you just jump on a train, you sit down like that, and then there was a guy next to me with a laptop, doing like this.
Oh, he wasn't waving cardboard.
Yeah, I'm sat there looking like this. I just minding my business. All I can hear is. No, mate. And I was like, I started like, I love Rolf. I've got a Rolf Harris album in my car, but it's just a music thing. And we're going on this train journey. to Cirencester, and like, well, when someone's so close to you, you can't just go like that. So I've got that. I could see his beard and so ripped pair of jeans with like paint on, and I'm going, that's fucking Rolf Harris. And then Got there, didn't turn around. I was trying to look at the laptop, see what it was doing. Nothing weird on the laptop. Got off the train, and I thought I've got to know before he pulls off. And I went back in the window, and he just turned around and went. And I went, no, that. This is all before the allegations. When I thought
it was,
you know, before it was all.
That's what, because to me he was going.
Run, Rolf, run. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was saying. What was I saying about Rolf? I can't remember what led me into the Rolf Harris story. Bloody tangent, mate.
Who you looked up to?
Oh, who I looked up to? Yeah, user Rolf Harris.
And I said Rolf Harris.
Do you remember the sci-fi TV series Quantum Leap with Dr. Sam Beckett? That I used to sit down and watch it religiously every Tuesday, and he was a decent bloke. And every time like something immoral came along, you go, "No, this is the right thing to do. I'm doing this." I'd like,
really,
my childhood hero, yeah. And like I took that and went.
Did you start calling him Dad?
Yeah. My mum's like, "What?" I said,
"Dad."
My mum goes, "I wish he was."
My
mum goes, "I wish he was your dad." I went, "Oh, Mum." no. She went, he's handsome, isn't he? That's Dr. Sam. Okay. But yeah, do gooder. Right, on that note,
let's leave it.
My mum's fantasies.
Oh, mate, what a way to end it.
Thanks for listening. See you in the next episode.
Guys, thank you for listening to Dishy Dad podcast today with me, Gary and Jay. Join us in next week's episode, and please feel free to drop us a comment on all major platforms.